Ladies and gentlemen, Namaskar. A very good evening to all of you for the inauguration of PO's Indian Business Portal, an international trade hub for Indian exporters and foreign buyers. To start with the program for today's evening, I would like now request Dr. A. Shaktivel, President PO, to present mementos as a token of appreciation to the chief guest for the evening, Honorable Union Minister of State for Commerce and Industry, Srimati Anupriya Patel. This is an silver filigree art is an GI product which is an ancient craft practiced by the tribes of Orissa region and Karimnagar in Andhra Pradesh. Now I request President PO to also present the mementos to a guest of honor Sri Santosh Kumar Sarangi, Director General of Foreign Trade. This is an also GI product named as Aranmula Kannadi, a mirror which reflects the heritage of Kerala. Now I request Sri Khalid M. Khan, Vice President PO, to present Planter of Happiness to Honorable Union Minister of State for Commerce and Industry and Director General of Foreign Trade. Now, as the evening at Niryat Bhawan brightens with the presence of esteemed dignitaries on dais, I request the Dr. A. Shaktivel, President PO, to welcome the officials and the exporter and enrich us with the cognizance of the occasion.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable Union Minister of State for Commerce and Industry, Srimati Anupriya Patel, our beloved Sri Santosh Kumar Sarangi, Director General of Foreign Trade, my Khalid Khan, Vice President FIO, Dr. Ajay Sahai, Director General CEO and FIO, our Regional Chairman Ashwini Kumar, Past Presidents Navratan Samdaria, Mr. Samir Vakil, co-founder and CEO of Global Linker, diplomats, official from the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Ministry of External Affairs, DGFT, and other ministries. My exporters colleagues, friends from the media, again, ladies and gentlemen. I extend a very warm welcome to Srimati Anupriya Patel, the Honorable Union Minister at this extent, and convey our sincere thanks to her for her kind consent to taking a time out from her busy schedule to launch this Indian Business Portal.in. This reflects the importance the Honorable Union State Minister always attaches to the cause of exporters. Friends, she was the youngest Minister of the Council of Ministers when first included in 2016, and in 2021, she was entrusted with the greater responsibility of Minister of State in the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. She is proactive, positive, passionate, decisive, and committed towards the cause of exports. Our ministry is blessed with excellent analytical and oratory skills and always speaks consistently, coherently, and empathetically in various forums and also on the floor of the House. As a member of Parliament, she has made her mark with a meaningful intervention and inputs in the parliamentary debates and discussion. We are blessed to have her as our Minister of State. Madam, welcome, ma'am. I also extend hearty welcome to Sri Santosh Kumar Sarangi, Director General Foreign Trade, for his continuous support and encouragement to achieve the target of our more than 400 billion, that is 419 we achieved, all because of his support. You are all aware of DGFT that he already visited Varanasi, Calcutta and Bombay, and he'll be visiting all over India and meet all the exporters very soon. We need the support of the media to spread the word about the portal so that the objective of the portal is served and our country benefits through increased exports. I am very happy that many of our ambassadors from different countries are joining us in the endeavor, and some of them have spared their time to be part of the function. I would like to acknowledge the presence of the Indian ambassador to Japan, Portugal, Belarus, Austria, Dhaka, Sofia, and various trade representatives from India to different countries. I am also welcome the ambassador of Belarus to India and trade representatives from different countries to India for joining us in person today. Welcome, sir. Friends, we all know that India's home to over 63 million micro, small and medium enterprises, contributing 30% of India's gross domestic product and comprising almost half of the exports. There is a much scope to bring many more SMEs to exports and thus to take our export to newer heights. However, given the scale of operation of the SME in our country, there is much needed to empower them with the tools to help them to export and also to scale up the export operation of those already into export. Our SME are blessed with the vast skill, unique product portfolios and diversify. With this right kind of a tools and awareness, the SME can reach out to the global marketplace. FIO has always ensured to solve the industry challenges and work towards industry growth in difficult times. During the pandemic, online platforms such as e-commerce have shown immense potential in supporting millions of businesses to sustain themselves. Continuing our efforts in this direction, FIO has designed and developed the Indian Business Portal, an international trade hub for Indian exporters and foreign buyers. This is a B2B digital marketplace to empower SME exporters to identify new markets for their product and grow their sales with the new buyers. The portal's focus on empowering Indian MSMEs to leverage e-commerce and drive Indian exports can help us to address the Prime Minister's vision, Atmanirbhar Bharat and Vocal for Local. Indian Business Portal will feature 4,500 plus categories mapped to ITC-HN of all export-worthy consumer and lifestyle products, industrial products, business services, and over 370 GA certified products from India. The portal encourages and promotes Indian startups, manufacturers, wholesalers and retailers, exporters, artists and farmers, business in R&D services, service exporters and business consultants to register on an Indian Business Portal. The registered IBB seller be benefited by free e-commerce website for export business via linker and store, option to sell product or accept the inquiries, showcase products and services on the portal, get technical support and assistance to set up the stores. We are inviting foreign buyers across the world, including buying agents, distributors, foreign chamber of commerce, business development agencies, and direct selling companies to register on the Indian Business Portal. The foreign buyer can register with their mobile number and get verified too. Find all verified Indian suppliers in one place. Search by the categories, supplier's name, ITC, HNS code, internet, interact directly with the suppliers, constant support and assistance from FIO. All the activities at FIO are targeted at enabling Indian exports to grow. This portal will enable FIO to amplify its efforts to reach out the masses and register more companies for exports. I am glad to share that free services will be offered to members, and to provide extra visibility and credibility, their RCMC will be integrated to their profiles, and foreign buyers may simply verify the authenticity of the exporters before choosing to buy or requesting a quote from a supplier. Lastly, I take this opportunity to urge all the SMEs, artisans and farmers to sign up and start listing the products on India Business Portal and help FIO with their feedback so that they may constantly innovate and be able to help them back. Once again, I welcome you all, and my special welcome again to the Hon'ble Minister. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the warm welcome address. With the constant support from government and your guidance, we will definitely fulfill our Honorable Prime Minister's vision of local goes global. Now I request the Dr. Ajay Sahai, Director General and CEO of FIO, to give the background of this initiative and lay down the strategy to harness the potential of e-commerce. Over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are extremely grateful to the Hon'ble Minister of State for Commerce and Industry for sparing her precious time despite very busy schedule to preside over today's function for the launch of India Business Portal. We are also thankful to the DGFT for his gracious presence on the occasion. E-commerce is ideally suited to a country like India, which has very high quality artisan, exquisite craftsmen, tiny and cottage manufacturing sector, small businesses, women entrepreneurs who have the best of the product and services, but they lack financial wherewithal to enter into the commercial exports. Some of the government schemes like GI product, one district, one product, district and export hub, vocal for global can also yield result in a very short span of time if backed by the e-commerce retail exports. With this objective in mind, FIO developed the Indian Business Portal to encourage and motivate entrepreneurs to enter into the field of e-commerce. We were equally touched and motivated by the words of the Honorable Prime Minister, who encouraged that we need to integrate farmers and fishermen in the field of export for better remuneration and returns. E-commerce has entirely different ecosystem where the processing of the order payment is digitized. Lot of exporters who have started with the e-commerce, they have migrated into conventional mode. Many of them, they are now have managing business in the hybrid mode, both on the e-commerce as well as in the conventional field of exports, and this helps in very easily to diversify our export baskets also. FIO is working for the e-commerce for last few years, and we feel that the time is now ripe to give the recognition to the sector, and I will request DGFT to carve out some place for the e-commerce, maybe through a chapter or sub-chapter, so as to attract the attention on the e-commerce, and more so that all the regulatory requirement and facilitating measures relating to the sectors are available at one place for the benefit of the small exporters. There is also need to look into to provide an umbrella kind of services to the e-commerce for the seamless movement. If we can have the banks, the fintech companies, logistic service providers, couriers companies, foreign post offices, customs, tax authorities at one place, it will help in the movement of the cargo in the e-commerce in a big way. And if some space can also be provided for warehousing and minimal operation, that will be an icing on the cake. Let me take the advantage of the presence of the Honorable Minister to highlight some of the concern of the sectors also. Madam, today different agencies are having different ceiling limit for the e-commerce. The Reserve Bank of India allows payment through the payment gateways up to $10,000. In the revised online export-import facilitation guideline, which is still under the preparation, they are looking into increasing it from $10,000 to $15,000. The customs courier shipping bill and the foreign post office bill puts the limit at 5 lakhs, and different limit confuses the small exporter. We will request you that if we can have a reform and have a uniform ceiling for all the agencies, preferably what is prescribed by the RBI, that will help all e-commerce players in a big way. Secondly, madam, though of course on paper all exports benefits are available to the e-commerce, but it is not happening because the foreign post offices and courier terminal today are not linked with the ICE gate. And therefore, most of the e-commerce players are exporting without getting the requisite support for which the schemes are there. So we'll request that if you can take up the matter with the Ministry of Finance for linking the foreign post offices and courier terminal with the ICE gate so that there is seamless benefit flow for the e-commerce exporters also. Many of the exporters on the e-commerce are also exporting to warehouse-based model. They send the goods on e-commerce, goods are stored in the warehouse and then they are sold as and when required by the customers. And therefore, the value which they declare at the time of shipment varies with value which they finally realize. Sometimes the goods are sold at a discount, sometimes the goods are sold at a premium also. We have taken up with the Reserve Bank of India that whatever value is declared at the time of shipment, that may be treated as notional value, and whatever value is finally realized should be treated as the export value, so that banks closes their accounts. Normally what is happening, if I have declared X value and if I am realizing X plus or X minus, bank says there is difference and I am not going to close your EDPMS account, which is creating a problem. We have seen that a lot of exporters, particularly for the small value shipment, they are making shipment for 50,000 rupees, their benefit is around 3,000 to 4,000 rupees and they incur around 1,500 to 2,000 rupees to get an EBRC. If we can accept the payment gateway certificate for a small value shipment, I think this will help the e-commerce players a lot. We have some of the challenges on re-imports of goods also. Globally also roughly 20% of the goods are re-imported when they are transacted over e-commerce. We have customs notification which allows re-import of such goods, subject to the satisfaction of the customs authority that the goods imported are the same which are related to the goods exported. Unfortunately, we are not having any key reference number in the shipping bill which can be related to the bill of import which happens when re-imports are happening to provide the expeditious clearances. So if in the digitized environment we can have a key reference number at the time of export which can be linked with the re-import of goods, that can hasten the process of the clearance. Last issue which I would like to bring to your notice is the revised, or rather the new online export-import guideline which have been framed by the Reserve Bank of India. They have put into the public domain for the comments. We have already given the comment. But this rules, which will replace the online payment gateway system, only talks about exports, imports of goods and digital products. Unfortunately, the entire gamut of services are not now covered under the draft rules, with the result that 50% of the services which are traded on these platforms may not get the benefit of the payment. We have referred the matter to the Reserve Bank of India, but we will urge Department of Commerce and DGFT to take it up. A related issue under the guideline is the KYC of the importers also. We feel that it is little unpragmatic and it will deter the importers to come on the portal. Both these issues have been flagged by us with the Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India has, of course, communicated to us that they will be looking into that, but these are extremely serious issues for the e-commerce exporter, and therefore I will request both the Department of Commerce to DGFT to take it up. I will not take much of your time. Let me thank all of you for joining us in this endeavor, and a big thank to the Honorable Minister. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for the warm welcome. Thank you, sir, for your address. It is basically a very deep industry insight which you have shared with us. This strategy will surely enable our exporter to reach new heights and achieve new milestones. Now I request the Sri Samir Vakil, co-founder and CEO Global Linker, to share his experience with the digitization of Indian exporter and the way forward.
Honorable Minister for State, Commerce and Industry, Srimati Anupriya Patel, Sri Santosh Kumar Sarangi, Director General Foreign Trade, President FIO, Dr. Shaktivil, Mr. Khalid Khan, Vice President FIO, diplomats, Dr. Ajay Sahay, of course, Director General and CEO FIO, officials from the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Ministry of External Affairs, DGFT and other ministries, our fellow exporters, FIO Global Linker members present in the audience today, also the Indian Business Portal store owners. As we are aware, nearly 2,000 stores have already been created on the portal, and many of you are here today, so welcome to you as well. friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. I speak to you in multiple capacities. The first capacity I speak to you in is as an entrepreneur and a small business owner myself. But I have to tell you, the shape of our business has never been driven by either our current size or our capital base or the size of our organization in any way. We've always tried to dream big and think big, and very happy to be in this partnership today as well. Secondly, I speak to you as a global business, a business that has customers from 149 countries, has local versions in multiple countries, and over the next 6 months, we are looking at growing in another 6 countries with local presence over there. So it's again a made in India product, but made for the world. The third capacity I speak in is as a company that's born on the cloud. We never set ourselves up as a real world company, and therefore we are true believers in digitization and the power that digitization holds for all of us and for the world as we are emerging. I'm going to take the liberty and make a few statements which are out of my own personal conviction. The first statement I'd like to make is that there couldn't be a better time to be a business owner, to be an entrepreneur, and to have a small business than now. I think we live in great times, and these are fantastic times for somebody to be an entrepreneur. Second, I don't think there could be a better time than now to be in exports. And the third, which is I think the strongest of them as a statement, there couldn't be a better place to be doing business from than India today. And I say this with a great amount of conviction and a great amount of logic, I would hope, because the world is really looking to India and turning to India, whether it happens to be for its fabric or it happens to be for the products that our artisans create, whether it happens to be for our tea or our spices, whether it happens to be for our services, our technology, and for our machinery. Everything, I think the world is looking more and more to India. And it's a great place to be, to do business as well as to export from. But the reason why I say that we live in exciting times and why this is very important is actually for businesses, especially emerging businesses that are starting today or happen to be of smaller size. We've always been in a disadvantaged position until now. But I think now, because of technology, because of digitization, the field is being leveled. So we operate in a level playing field. And just to think about it, we today operate our businesses on data centers that even Fortune 100 companies are using. There is no distinction. We do not have inferior access to technologies or capabilities of that kind. And that's really why the playing field is being leveled. Also today, I think, and it's said in another industry in the context of the BPO industry, but geography is history indeed. The constraints of being in different countries, being in different time zones, or being in different spaces really is less critical than ever before. And we've seen that especially in the last 2 odd years that we have spent, that wherever you might be, work can continue, can in fact thrive and grow as well. And therefore, I think if we get this concept of being in different geographical structures, not being able to access global markets, I think that remains in our minds. And the moment we are able to come out of that, we'll be able to see many more opportunities before us. And therefore, I believe, being small actually gives you agility and the advantage to be able to take advantage of a new way of doing business and to be able to grow ourselves. But underlying all of this is this silent revolution, which is the digital revolution that is going and transpiring right before us in our times. And that's why I say we live in exciting times. We could think of the time when many of us probably are in bed sleeping and our customers, our clients are looking at our catalogs, so long as they are digital. They're able to look and select our products. They're able to place orders. They're able to even make payments and confirm those orders to us, even while we might be blissfully sleeping over here. When we wake up the next morning, we've actually got tremendous infrastructure at our beck and call. Logistics providers who are able to take our orders and deliver them on our behalf without us having to invest in any infrastructure in any significant way. So those are ways in which, things are getting better for us, and today the constraints really can only lie in our own minds. The moment we open our minds and start using these services that are available before us, we will be able to grow our businesses and be able to contribute to India's great export potential, which has already been, growing very rapidly, but we can take that to a next level. So really the slogan that we could curate for today is dream it and do it. So as long as you can dream something, you can definitely do it. There are many, many ways around us to do that. And what you're seeing today and what the Honorable Minister will be inaugurating today is one example and a classic example of that. If an artisan, a small business owner, someone who probably otherwise would traditionally be considered as lacking resources, could come on to a solution of this kind, create their digital catalog, the world is at their footsteps to be able to see their products and order from them. And that's what we'd like to encourage and see more and more of. The opportunities are there for us, and I think, as Dr. Sahai said, the more the media is able to talk about this, the more we are able to talk to our fellow exporters, to our friends, colleagues, etc., the more they can take advantage of solutions like what we have today and be able to grow themselves as well as take pride for what India is able to do. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your insight on importance of digitization of Indian exporter and MSMEs. Now I request the Sri Santosh Kumar Sarangi, Director General of Foreign Trade, Minister of Commerce and Industry, Government of India, to enlighten our exporters with his immense knowledge on foreign trade.
Honorable MOS for Commerce and Industry, President FIO Dr. Saktivel, DG FIO Dr. Sahai, Vice President Sri Khalid Khan, Mr. Vakil, dear friends from the industry, from the exporting community, from the diplomatic community and from the media. At the outset, let me extend my greetings to FIO for taking this initiative. As DG FIO as well as Mr. Vakil, both of them have rightly pointed out, technology in today's world can be disruptive and can be very ubiquitous. Using technology, one can cross the barriers of the rich and poor, can cross the barriers of geography, can cross the barriers of time and provide a variety of services which probably we could not foresee a couple of years back. We know in today morning itself, Honorable Prime Minister was addressing a bunch of young entrepreneurs who were demonstrating the kind of skills which are possible in drone technology. And we saw that Indian students, young Indian entrepreneurs are using technology in a very seamless fashion with a lot of ease to provide a range of services and are aspiring and dreaming to compete with the best in the world. So we know that India has got the talent pool, India has got the diversity to offer a range of services riding on technology, be it artificial intelligence, be it blockchain technology, be it machine learning. Our young entrepreneurs, our engineers, our talented IT professionals are willing to take on this world and offering a variety of services which will help a large cross-section of the society. This is one example. This initiative is an example where whether it is a small entrepreneur, a young entrepreneur or a rich entrepreneur can ride on this platform to link oneself to the global marketplace. And here the FIO's initiative is not a unique initiative. There are many competitors. FIO will have to compete with Amazon, will have to compete with Walmart, will have to compete with Flipkart and many other service providers who will be competing for this space in future. So the extent to which we are adding value to our services, the extent to which we have capability to reach out to the nook and corner of India and onboard young entrepreneurs, MSMEs, to enable them to link themselves to the global marketplace will determine the success of this particular initiative. We have, in the Ministry of Commerce, we have always backed FIO to take such initiatives in the past as well. I remember when India Trade Portal was initiated, Department of Commerce had fully backed FIO to take up that initiative. And the idea was that using that portal, all our exporters get access to the SPS and TBT barriers in overseas countries, get an idea of the tariff regimes of those countries, and also get an idea of how to leverage our FTAs and identify what are the tariff concessions or other service related concessions available in overseas countries. So this is also another initiative of FIO, and I wish that our exporters, our young entrepreneurs are able to leverage this technology and onboard themselves to the global marketplace. I would only hope that this particular initiative is also compliant with ONDC initiative of Government of India, so that in course of time the ONDC actually intends to be the UPI of e-commerce marketplace, and once it is compliant, I believe in future you will add a lot more value by providing different kinds of options of providing isolated services, delivery services to our exporters. As far as providing a space for e-commerce in our forthcoming FTP is concerned, we are working in this area, and some of the issues which Mr. Sahai raised, we are already in discussion with Ministry of Finance to overcome some of the hurdles which our e-commerce players are facing, and I am sure that with the projection of about 125 billion market size of e-commerce in India by 2030, our Ministry of Finance, our Commerce Department, DGFT's wing, we are fully conscious of the huge potential that e-commerce would provide in future, and we will continue to work with our exporting community and with our line ministries to ensure that various obstacles of e-commerce is overcome in future. In very recent past, we have recommended about 100 districts with very high potential to the India Post, so that foreign post offices are opened in those districts, which will allow our handicraft products, our handloom products to go seamlessly to foreign markets. And this is only a beginning, and there are a lot of similar initiatives, both as part of District as Export Hub initiative, as ODOP initiative, and as e-commerce initiative, to enable our small and medium exporters to onboard the global marketplace. I again wish all the best to FIO and the Global Linker for this initiative, and hope that this will help e-commerce export as well as import in a big way. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing with your experience and telling us how this technology can increase the exports from India. We will assure you, sir, that this portal will make all the possibility to make this portal valuable for exporters, similarly like Indian Trade Portal. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to mitigate the hardship of Indian exporter to connect with the foreign buyers, in association with Global Linker, FIO has taken a lead and developed Indian Business Portal to connect exporters and foreign buyers on a single platform. I will humbly request the Honorable Union Minister of State for Commerce and Industry to kindly inaugurate the FIO's Indian Business Portal by clicking the button.
Did you know that Indian e-commerce exports are expected to grow to $125 billion by 2030? Federation of Indian Export Organizations, in its constant endeavor to help Indian exporters grow, is pleased to introduce an e-commerce marketplace to support our Indian exporters get global visibility. Federation of Indian Export Organizations, in partnership with Global Linker, launches Indian Business Portal, an international trade hub for Indian exporters and foreign buyers. Indian Business Portal is focused on promoting exports from all Indian states, showcasing India's strength in a wide range of products and services, encouraging virtual meetings between buyers and sellers, providing a trusted network to foreign buyers. Finally, fueling the growth of Indian exporters through e-commerce. Buyers and sellers can trade in 4,500 plus product categories. Special focus on empowering Indian artisans, farmers and producers, dealing in over 370 Indian geographical indication categories. Over 30,000 unique products and services are already listed, and more are getting listed every day. Indian exporters and SMEs can join Indian Business Portal to get a free e-commerce website with international payments and logistics, showcase their products and services in different categories and currencies, accept orders and inquiries from foreign buyers, get support and assistance from FIO and Global Linker teams. Join as a seller in 3 easy steps. Visit Indian Business Portal and click on List Products. Verify your importer-exporter code, add business and product details. Activate payments and logistics. Foreign buyers can register too. Find all verified suppliers at one place. Browse from various categories and products. Interact directly with suppliers. Get support and assistance from FIO. Join as a buyer in 3 easy steps. Register yourself as a buyer. Add your business information. Choose categories that you are interested in. FIO will promote the marketplace worldwide to help Indian exporters, SMEs, artisans promote their products and services globally. Come on board and create your business profile today on the Indian Business Portal, www.indianbusinessportal.in. To get started, FIO is inviting more than 5,000 foreign buyers from different countries to register on Indian Business Portal. Join Indian Business Portal. List your products and services now. Register as a seller.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, all the government officials, diplomats, exporter present in the auditorium, more than 2,500 participants watching the event live on YouTube, and about 10 Indian missions connected to us on Zoom are very keen to listen the Honorable Union Minister of State for Commerce and Industry on her vision for Indian exports. May I request you, ma'am, for your keynote address, please.
A very good evening. Shri Santosh Sarangi ji, Director General Foreign Trade, Dr. A. Saktival, President FIO, Vice President FIO, Shri Khalid Khan, Shri Samir Vakil, the CEO of Global Linker, Dr. Ajay Sahai, DG and CEO of FIO, esteemed members from the exporter community, our officials from Government of India, from different ministries, and our very special guests who have joined us virtually, the Indian Ambassador to Japan, Portugal, Belarus, Austria, Sofia, Dakar, and various trade representatives from India to different countries, and also Ambassador of Belarus to India, who's very much with us here today, and my friends from media, everybody who's joined I think 2,500, if I heard the figure correctly, 2,500 people have joined us virtually. So all our friends, ladies and gentlemen, I am indeed very delighted to join you all for this very important initiative of the launch of the India Business Portal developed by FIO, which I believe will go a long way in giving global visibility to the Indian exporters, and it will come out as a very important platform, as it says, an international trade hub, which will be able to showcase the Indian products and services from every nook and corner of the country to buyers across the world. So it's a very, very important initiative. I extend my good wishes to FIO, and this initiative comes at a very appropriate time when the government of India is placing a lot of emphasis on export promotion, especially in the post-pandemic times. And I'm very delighted to state that after these severe worldwide disruptions which are created by the COVID pandemic, India's export of goods and services have rebounded in an unprecedented manner. And you are well aware with the figures, the merchandise exports from India, which touched an all-time high and are to the tune of $421.89 billion in 2021-22, which is a phenomenal increase of 44.6%, ladies and gentlemen, over the year 2020-21, and 34.6% increase over the merchandise export target set for the year 2019-20. In addition to this, our services exports have also set a new record of $254.4 billion for the year 2021-22, beating the previous high of $213.2 billion. So overall, if we see the merchandise and the services exports collectively, they have scaled a new high of $676.2 billion. So these figures really make us proud, and our ambitions go very high. We expect so much from the exporter community, and I think in that background, such an initiative to come up with this kind of a portal becomes very important. Our exports, ladies and gentlemen, have continued this robust growth this year also in 2022-23. And in this April, the figures are $67.79 billion, which actually reflects an increase of 38.9% over the same period last year. So we are continuing with the momentum. The year gone by has actually told us about the strong resolve and the resilience of our industry, especially in the face of the adverse situations. But if we want to continue this march on the path of growth, this journey, then we have to be more proactive in dealing with the emerging challenges. The Government of India, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, is very much committed to this goal, as can be seen in the signing of the two very important FTAs lately, the Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement with the UAE and the Economic Cooperation and Trade Agreement with Australia. You're also aware that we are fast-tracking our FTAs with a lot of other developed countries like UK, EU, Europe, and maybe by this year end, we would be able to give a final shape to few of these. The FTA with the UAE has already been operationalized, and with Australia, the ACTA is going to be operationalized very soon. So we're making all these efforts because we want to create better opportunities for our Indian businesses, and at the same time, we also want our own businesses to make use of these opportunities which are available. And it is very rightly said that there is, one of the speakers said, that this is the most opportune time to get into a business in India, get into exports in India. The environment is very much conducive, and we want our entrepreneurs, startups, SMEs, Indian businesses, exporters, everybody to make use of these opportunities which have been made available with the special efforts of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India. The role of organizations like FIO, of course, become very crucial in capacity building for our Indian entrepreneurs, particularly our SMEs, our startups, and providing guidance to them and hand-holding them in entering this export business. I'm very happy that this business portal, the India Business Portal, has been developed by FIO on its own without any government support, and it's quite a welcome and a timely step because it will promote the digital marketing of the Indian products and services abroad, and the best part of it being in line with the Government of India's vision for a digital India, and also the priority that it gives to the SMEs, the startups, the Make in India, Local Goes Global initiative. So it is very much in line with the vision of the government. We've also seen during the pandemic situation that the digitization of businesses has helped a lot in causing a hassle-free cross-border trade, which was enabled through the already established infrastructure and the supply chains. I've also been told that this portal has been designed as an international trade hub for Indian exporters and foreign buyers, where the Indian sellers are going to be creating a uniform identity. They will have their own e-commerce store with a list, a catalog of the products and services they sell. And there'll be a lot of facilities which are going to be offered on this portal in the form of the e-payment gateway or the connection with the logistic service providers, the buyer-seller meetings, and of course the direct buying of the various products and services available across India by our overseas consumers by sourcing the single digital address. So this is a very important initiative, and the best part being a diverse product mix being allowed on this portal, and SMEs and startups will be able to identify new markets for their products and services. So ladies and gentlemen, over the years, FIO has played a very important role in the development and promotion of India's exports. And in this direction, the Indian Business Portal will certainly play an important role in facilitating the enhancement of India's trade linkages with the international market. The portal is an e-marketplace which is expected to boost exports from the artisans and farmers as well with GI products. And I was just sitting with Dr. Saktibal and inquiring that after I launch this portal, I'll have a lot of inquiries from my own constituency and from my own state, people who have never exported in life, who would want to know how exactly to register on this portal and become an exporter. So I think for the small farmers, for the artisans, this could be a big opportunity. It will absolutely empower the MSMEs and the startups to leverage the e-commerce platform and drive Indian exports in our march towards a self-reliant India, an Atmanirbhar Bharat, as set by Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. I congratulate FIO once again on the launch of this portal, and I expect it to play a big role in making exports easy and accessible for not lakhs, I would say innumerable Indian exporters and the aspiring MSMEs and startups and artisans and farmers, everybody, to showcase their local innovations and expertise globally. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, ma'am. It was indeed an honor and privilege for all of us to hear your thoughts and insights for India's exports, madam. May I now request Vice President FIO, Sri Khalid Khan, to kindly give the vote of thanks on behalf of FIO.
A very good evening to everybody. Honorable Minister of State for Commerce and Industry, Srimati Anupriya Patel, Shri Santosh Kumar Sarangi, Director General of Foreign Trade, Dr. A. Shaktivel, President FIO, Shri Ashwini Kumar, Regional Chairman, Northern Region, past President Navratanji Samdaria, Dr. Ajay Sahay, Director General and CEO FIO, Mr. Samir Vakil, Co-Founder and CEO Global Linker, our diplomats, friends present here and also virtually, officials from the Ministry of External Affairs and other ministries, my exporter colleagues, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. I'm extremely grateful to the Honorable Minister for sparing her valuable time to unveil this important e-marketplace, www.indianbusinessportal.in, an international trade hub for Indian exporters and foreign buyers. This is a B2B digital marketplace to empower SME exporters to identify new markets for their products and grow their sales with new buyers. The portal focuses on empowering Indian MSMEs to leverage e-commerce, and Indian exports can help us address the Prime Minister's vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat and vocal for local. With the unveiling of this valued portal, I'm sure that now the uniform visibility of Indian SMEs in one place will encourage foreign buyers to register on the portal to schedule business meetings with Indian SMEs. The presence of Honorable Minister amongst us this evening reaffirms her commitment and support for the exporting community. Thank you for inspiring and encouraging us with your words on this special day, ma'am. A special thanks to Director General of Foreign Trade for accepting our invitation to unveil the Indian Business Portal and address the various industry stakeholders. We are thankful to CEO Global Linker, Samir Vakil, for taking our strategic partnership forward to further digitize Indian exports and empower them to showcase their products and service globally. Thank you, Samir. We need continued inputs from the trade industry to make this portal more meaningful for them to conduct international trade. We are thankful to the participants for attending this program. You are the user community of this portal. We look forward to continued interaction with you and to make this portal more useful. Last but not the least, a big thank you to the press and media. Without their support, we cannot take our work to the masses. They have always been supportive in all our endeavors, and we once again look forward for the support, take our initiative to the masses. Thank you once again. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir. We are thankful to the participants for attending this program. We look forward to continued interaction with you all to make this portal more useful. Now I request everyone to join us for networking and refreshment over high tea. We request the participants to kindly remain seated till the dignitaries leave the auditorium.